I think now is probably the best time to buy a property abroad in the last 10 years, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. And, you know, when I started doing Place in the Sun back in 2000, I can remember the first ever place we went to was in Marbella. And they bought a house in just outside of Porto Banús, and it was a 2-bedroom apartment, and I think they paid something like 75,000–80,000 for it. That's 10 years ago. And then they sold it. They bought it off plan, so it hadn't been completed. They sold it about 6 months after it had been completed for 170. Those days are gone. So if any of you are here thinking, well, hey, I'm going to treble my money overnight, Ideal Home Shows next door, because it just doesn't happen anymore. You know, that kind of, that gold rush fever that we all got caught up in the early noughties now doesn't exist. But having said that, if you're thinking of buying a property for the long term, it's amazing the sort of bargains that you can get nowadays. I mean, I was looking at some of the stands in Florida and places like that. You can get 5-bedroomed houses with 4 bathrooms and a pool for 220 grand. I mean, that was unheard of 5–10 years ago. But I also think it's a fantastic time to buy. I mean, Spain, the Spanish property, you know, Spain, France, Turkey, Cyprus, Italy, all of the kind of European countries, fantastic, fantastic bargains. But go into it with your eyes wide open and your wallets shut. I think one of the things that you have to be very careful of is if something sounds like it's too good to be true, it is. You know, if something's 20 grand, there's a reason it's 20 grand. You know, it's 20 grand because it's in the middle of the countryside in Eastern Europe and it's going to take you 5 hours to get to, or there's no electricity. You know, I think why we all got into trouble in the early noughties is because we were very greedy, and we all thought, right, I'm going to buy like 18 apartment blocks in wherever, and I'm going to treble my money on all of them. Buy because you want to buy, and buy somewhere that you actually want to be.